That was great on the
That was
spot.
amazing.
All right. It's been a minute. Everyone, welcome back to the Schwartz Show. We have a long-awaited guest here. Sorry, I said that was the last comment, but this is the last comment, I promise. But we have Mr. Cooper Christianson. I've known him for 2 years now.
Close to that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Pretty insane.
he wanted to get on a while back while we were in senior year. Yeah, senior year. When did you want to get on?
I told you when you started cranking these out, but we could never
Find
arrange
a date.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of busy, high school and shit. But we're here, and we're back. We're going to do a little updated version. How's your summer been? I know we talked a little bit before, but now we're on camera, so it makes it more authentic.
Summer's been all right. Been pretty busy. Been working. Went out with our good friend Nick. Yeah, you had him on the podcast. Went with him to go work at T-Bar M for about a month. And then recently I've been working out at the Dominion Country Club.
Hell yeah, getting his bread, getting his money.
Getting the bread.
Yes, right. So no vacation this summer?
No vacation so far. Almost everybody else in my family has had vacation.
Wait, what? They went without you?
Well, my sister and my mom went with my mom's aunt.
Oh, so girls trip.
Girls trip to
Gotcha.
Europe for about 2 weeks on a 2-week cruise.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And then my aunt and uncle and my cousins went to Cabo for a week. So last week I ended up watching their house for about a week. So
Did you at least get paid for it?
I got paid. I got paid almost more than I got paid almost more than I got paid for that 1 week than the entire time I was at T-Bar M.
I want to ask, but that's none of my business.
You can ask. I don't care.
How much you make?
Dude, at T-Bar M? Or
No.
which one? For my aunt's house?
House.
400.
What the? Why did? I want to work. I want to. Let me be. Oh, your aunt's house is nice.
Have you been to my aunt's house?
Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
you've
that
been.
one time?
Yes, you
I
showed
dropped
up
you
when I
off,
wasn't
and
there.
then
You
yeah.
dropped me off and then you showed up when I wasn't there.
Well, yeah. I don't want to.
But yeah,
about
that house.
Ooh. Oh, you were chilling
I
for a
was
week.
I was chilling there for a week, but I had to watch their dogs, so
That's not bad.
it's not terrible. But the dogs are low key kind of annoying, but that's fine.
It's the dogs. You could do whatever.
Yeah.
Man, we're graduated now.
We're graduates.
How do you feel? Honestly, I haven't had much time on it. I just go with my everyday life.
It hasn't hit me.
No,
honestly.
I think once next fall comes around, when college gets in session, it's gonna really hit me.
I think once I moved into my dorm and I just see my parents drive away, I think that's when I'm going to be like, okay,
This is it.
this is happening. It hasn't hit me yet.
I understand. When do you move in?
I don't know. I think maybe middle of August. I haven't gotten anything
Where's
yet.
it? Mine's like the end of August, but
It's not like you're going that far.
I know. Yeah, but I know money's
You're still here, so
money's
you still
a
have
money's a
family.
bitch. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
I'm cursing, man. Come on.
Well, you can curse.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, just
Okay.
don't do anything you don't know.
I'm going to...
No.
No. Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Let's see. I mean, man, we've had it's crazy. We're gone. Would you ever go back to Churchill for a Gucci Bowl?
Yeah. I'd go back.
You know what's funny? I would I told some of the underclassmen that I would definitely go back. Either you'd see me really skinny or really fat. So we're working on getting skinny's on the way. But you know what's really funny?
The only way I go back is if the coaches let me on the sideline. That's it.
They have to.
They could or could not, honestly.
That's crazy.
I want to be like what Court was for us this past season. Future on.
Yeah. That would look
The hype guy. The guy who would always
Yeah,
hype
I
us
know
up
what you're
in
talking
the
about.
tunnel.
Yeah, that actually would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just for 1 or 2 games.
1 or 2
Especially
games,
for
yeah.
the Gucci Bowl.
That would have to be like my senior year in college, though, because I can't just come down every time. I'm 6 hours away.
Yeah, that's a different. Me, I could probably.
You could probably do that.
You know what's funny? My UTSA orientation. Guess who showed up?
Who?
Alex Gonzalez.
Really?
Big Gonzo.
He's going to UTSA?
That's what he told me. They literally. I walked in, right, and I met this other girl. I met this other person from Johnson, and we were just cool, just talking. And then I look over, I see Alex walk. I'm like, oh shit, I know someone from here. I was like, Alex, and then no, we talked about Gucci bowls, and I was like, would you go back for one? And he's like, yeah, 200%. I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, I promised the underclassmen. So I just want to ask you. I mean, I would get the opportunity. I mean, I feel like it's just.
Yeah.
It's that type of game.
It has that much more meaning. You honestly, it's hard to explain it when you're outside of it, I think.
Yeah.
But it's hard to understand when you're outside of it, but it's hard to explain it when you're on the inside of it, because
it's just tradition. And yeah.
To be honest, it was a lot bigger back then. And today they've really downplayed that game about how much tradition and how much history is in that game.
Yeah.
So,
I understand. But, I don't know why I said but. On that topic of our senior year, I mean, what was at least like, was your senior year the best year out of all high school? Okay, well, it's got to be at least like one or two. But like, what was senior year the best year of your high school career? Not career, but like just high school.
I wouldn't say it's the best. It was definitely number 2, though.
What's one?
One, honestly, was sophomore year.
Why? I want to hear this.
That's the year I started, like, branching out, even though, like, we were still in COVID. But, like, I was starting to make more friends and stuff like that. I was branching out to more people and stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's like, yeah, I would say junior year is probably the worst year. And then freshman year is maybe third. But yeah, I'd go sophomore, senior, freshman, junior.
Sophomore, senior, freshman.
I'll say this: if I tried harder in junior year, I wouldn't be going to the college that I'd be going to right now.
Where would you be going?
I could probably see myself going to A&M if I tried harder. But
I mean, I experienced the English class, so. Sorry. Go on.
But
A&M.
I would be going to A&M. But to be honest, I don't know if I would enjoy it there. I would have the grades to get into A&M. I don't know if I would go to A&M.
I understand. I mean, I toured A&M once. Because my brother's, he's 21.
Yeah.
So I went with them. It just wasn't for me.
Same here. I went to an A&M game this past
you went
year.
to a game?
I went to a game.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It wasn't one of the bigger games. It was the game against Appalachian State.
Oh gosh.
So yeah.
Oh god.
And the thing is, I thought it was gonna be crazy. I thought they were gonna blow them out of the water. They were ranked. This Appalachian State. I mean, I've heard of them. I didn't know much about them.
Yikes.
And then I'm sitting there, blistering heat. I mean, we're up high, but we can see the whole field.
Yeah, it's like a nosebleed.
I want to say nosebleed, but like it's good seating.
Got it.
I mean, we were like, to the left of us was the student section.
Oh, so it was loud.
It was loud.
Loud.
And the student section was probably the most full section there. But I mean, I'm just sitting there, and it's like third quarter. And it's like, I think it's what 14.
It was a really slow game.
It was 17-14. I know last
really
game. It was a slow. I fell asleep during that game.
That's good.
I fell asleep in the stands during that game.
Wow.
And, all these traditions like, oh, you're going to hear the cannon so much. You're going to hear all these chants and stuff. I heard the cannon maybe one time during that entire game because they scored, at least to my knowledge, I heard it once. I'm pretty sure they scored 2 touchdowns if it was 14-17, but I only heard it once. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, that we don't talk about A&M. But back to what we were talking about. You had the grace for A&M, but you've been a Tech fan for like ever.
I love Tech. I mean,
look at the lanyard.
I know the lanyard. I got the shirt on. Yeah, I've been in love with Tech since 6th grade, because I went to a game, and turns out I found out that one game I went to in 6th grade before I went to so many others.
Yeah.
Was Patrick Mahomes' senior year.
Wasn't it like that big game where they had like that like the shootout game?
Which one?
There was like.
Are you thinking Oklahoma, Texas Tech? That game?
That one.
No, it was not that game.
Oh.
It was Louisiana Tech, and it was when I went, they had this game. It wasn't like a set opponent, but they considered that game. They just made that game their Cotton Bowl game or Cotton game.
Got it.
But I don't think they do that anymore because I've been up there since then. I've gone to games there since then. And it just they haven't they gave out T-shirts. I remember the T-shirt. I'm pretty sure I still have it somewhere. But it was a Cotton game. But I just don't think they have that tradition there anymore. But
I got you.
I've loved Tech since then, and I've been to so many other games. At least 2 that I can think of. I went down to Houston for a game for their opening season game, and it was against Ole Miss.
Ooh,
I thought it was gonna be good, but it wasn't.
Who won?
Ole Miss.
Oh,
yeah. We left the games before it even finished.
Oh, it sounded on paper. Sounds good.
It honestly was pretty good in the beginning, but this was post. I want to say this was probably at least a couple years after Patrick Mahomes, maybe 2 years. And it just wasn't the same. And Cliff Kingsbury just couldn't bring him out of the hole that they were in.
Got it.
And then this past Thanksgiving, I went to their season closer, which was against Oklahoma, which turns out, I didn't know at the time, was going to be the last time that Tech's ever going to play Oklahoma. So I made it there in the right time.
Is Oklahoma moving?
They're moving, but Texas and Oklahoma don't move till next season. This coming season, they're still in the Big 12. But with the addition of BYU, UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston.
It's so confusing.
I know. It's so confusing with these new teams coming into new conferences. But with those 4 teams coming in, it only allows them to play certain number of teams. And I'm pretty sure that Tech plays all the 4 new teams. And then the 6 others that are still in the conference. I know they played Texas for the last game this season. But they don't play Oklahoma at all this season.
Oh, wow.
But I went to that game, and that game was incredible. It was cold. Very cold as hell. I froze my balls off in that game. But, I mean, it was a great game. It went to, I believe, triple overtime. It was looking like Oklahoma was going to blow us out of the water in, the first quarter. But then, come second half, we're down by 1. And then, it's just back and forth the entire rest of the game. And we get to overtime. And we finally kicked the game-winning field goal in the third overtime. And everybody storms the field. I mean, it was the Texas Tech game that this past season as well, all over again, because Tech won that game in overtime.
Yeah.
And, of course, Bijan Robertson, their Lord and Savior there for the season, fumbled the ball, and I rubbed it in everybody who's going to Texas nose that I know of at least, hey, you might have this, but who beat y'all?
Yeah, just last year.
I
understand.
And also who won their bowl game. Tech did.
Who'd y'all play?
We played Ole Miss.
Oh, you won this time.
We won this time and last year.
Yeah.
In our bowl game.
Oh, I think I remember watching that. I was at the beach. I remember because it was I remember watching that.
We played Mississippi State last year and we won that game. We only let them score once.
Oh, nice.
And then Ole Miss, we just blew out of the water after the second half. Second quarter, I
remember
think.
seeing that.
But yeah.
I was having another question. I forgot. Shit. So, I mean, you moving? Okay. How do you feel? Are you retired from football? This is a weird question to ask. Is Cooper Christianson done?
As a player, yes. I don't think with how I am right now, my head isn't in the. I mean, it could happen if I decide to work hard up at Tech. I mean, maybe I'm not closing the door fully, but 75% of me says yes, I'm done. 25% thinks I can still probably do it, but that would just take a lot of time, and if it would happen, it wouldn't happen my freshman year.
Well, yeah, it takes time.
But as a player, yes, I'm done. Now, as something
Coach Christianson.
It has.
That felt so weird to say.
Coach C. I don't know.
I like Coach. It's the
Coach
alliteration. The alliteration.
Alliteration.
Beautiful.
Okay, coaching has crossed my mind. I'm going into Tech with an education major, and that is truly to be a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I would not mind coming back here to coach at Churchill. I would love to come back.
Really?
Yes. This past year, I was the student aide / student assistant coach for them
This is
during
the
the off
freshman.
season
Yeah, I know.
for the freshmen, and they honestly think that I could come back. I don't know how legit it is, but
Mhm.
they've said that they honestly wanted to give me a bigger role as a student aide.
Oh wow.
Like, because usually as an aide there, you'd really just do your only job would be just putting up their laundry, and that's all I did as an aide. Part
That
of
was
it.
an easy job, huh?
It was an easy job, but it was just sometimes tiring.
Was boring.
It was boring.
Laundry.
But then with the student coach aspect, they let me go out there and actually work with the kids on their drills.
Yeah.
And I found that super helpful because that just beats me doing the laundry and then just going to sit in the training room for the rest of the period. I went out there and I helped them a bit. Some
Yeah.
days when I felt like it, honestly. Sometimes
That's not what coaches do.
That's not what coaches do. If you have that opportunity to do it, don't do that. You take every opportunity to
Yeah,
get.
for sure.
But also, coaching also might not be in the future. I've also thought about going into sports media or sports analytics.
I don't blame you.
To be a commentator or to go be the guy who reports like trades or stats or, hey, this is happening here and there. Like,
That's dope. Like
honestly,
an agent, not an agent.
not
but,
an agent. No,
That was-
I could not.
but like the sports media.
Yeah, I want to go. Like, honestly, I see myself more as a sports analytics or sports media guy and working for ESPN or some sort of
company.
that covers sports in a high fashion than being a coach right now. Like, I might change my major.
What's your major right now?
Education.
Oh, honestly, that sounds kind of cool. I mean, you gotta talk about what you love. I mean, I'm sure we could talk about like
I love
hours about
sports. I love football, but I love sports in general.
LeBron or MJ?
MJ.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Of course, dude.
Oh, see, we could do this for hours and hours and hours, but we're not going to. What? Sorry. But on the topic of football, what inspired you the most to play football? Was it just like, football, let's try it, or like family, or?
To be honest, I don't know what really got me. I can't remember what got me started to play football. I started playing in 7th grade. I don't know. I think my dad convinced me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's probably one of the best things that could have ever happened to me, because you're a part of something. You're a part of this group of people. Like, when you see this person, you think of this.
A brotherhood.
A brotherhood.
Got you.
So, like, if you see, let's say, our friend Diego. All right, do you think of him as in the choir, or do you think of him as in football?
I don't even know. He was in choir?
No, he wasn't. Actually, no, bad example.
Okay.
Let's use Braden.
Oh,
Do you
football.
see him in choir or football?
Football.
Football, obviously.
I was at one of my jobs, and I saw 82, and I was like, oh, that's Braden.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and also Braden was in choir.
I know.
So
Yeah.
would you see him in choir first or football first?
Football first.
Of course.
I understand.
So you're part of that, and it's something special. Like, for start of August to the end, to almost mid-November, you're basically you're known throughout the high school. Like, this is our football team.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who you are. And then after that, nobody can care about who you are. Honestly, they only care about, I don't know.
Hey, relax. Don't cry about it.
I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. I'm so sorry.
They could honestly.
It makes, like, because high school, it's its own ecosystem.
It is.
So when you're at the top, it feels great.
It feels amazing.
Because okay.
I do want to say this. When you're at the top, you could have all this stuff going for you, but then when you get too much success, people want to see the downfall. And I think the worst time to be on the Churchill football team was junior year for me.
I bet. Because that was just hell.
Our worst season by far. We won 2 games. We lost Scoochie Bowl after 11-game streak.
I remember because I saw a couple of y'all crying.
Honestly, and it really took us mentally. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but we really did not have a locker room leader. We didn't. I'm not throwing any shade at anybody. I'm just saying
just your opinion.
it's my opinion, nobody really stood out as a leader in that locker room.
That's what the coaches have told me.
You know, I'm looking back at like when I was in 6th grade and that team that Churchill team who made it all the way till I believe the game right before the championship, state champ. They made it all the way and they were playing Steel. That team had so many leaders on that team.
Yep.
Grant Gomez, Josh Pollard, they were all leaders on that team. And honestly, that's why they made it so far. It's because they all encourage each other to make it that far. Now, this year, I'd say, there was more of a leadership role.
Oh, yeah.
And we were able to make it into playoffs, but it wasn't as strong as that team back then.
Yeah, 200%. I agree.
But, yeah, that junior year, I mean, we had people posting about us about how, I'm not going to name names, but, like, they were saying, like, it's an embarrassment to, like, be a part of that program, to be honest.
No, I understand. Well, actually, I don't because I wasn't through it. But coming from an outsider looking in, I was just like, oh, this Churchill team is kind of okay.
Dookie. Dog water.
Yeah, kind of ass. But, I mean, joining it, because I'm going to be honest with you, this was my first time ever, and I mean ever, out of my whole life playing tackle football.
Yeah.
So, coming in to a whole organization where I was like, what's a pad? What are knee pads?
What are knee pads? What's a helmet?
What's a girdle? What
is this
girdle?
block? What are these steps that
you
take?
It was a big, like,
what's a chop block?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are these things? But, like, I feel like a lot of people don't understand what it takes and what you go through. But it's just, like, back on the brotherhood, it's something you can't explain because it's not like you're going there by yourself.
No.
It's literally every single person, people who want to be there, well, if they show up. If not, that's on them. And
I'm not going to lie. There were people who were at the beginning of the season on the team, and then slowly as the season went on, we wouldn't see them ever again. They left the team. I can name... I'm not going to name drop, actually. I can think of at least like 5 people who throughout... Maybe more, but there were more than that. But I can think of at least 5 faces.
Only one.
5 faces who throughout freshman to senior year, who were on the team, lasted maybe to the team picture, and then we'd never see them again.
Understand.
So yeah.
I mean, I just got the opportunity to play. I mean, honestly, I was walking in our coach's office, and I was like, man, I don't even know. And then I walk into this was like summer camp.
Senior year is really the year that you could try out anything and like you're not gonna have any consequences going. For me,
like I had some mental coming from where I was previously and going to where I was now, like in the ecosystem of high school, people don't take this offendedly. Coming from nothing wrong with it. Coming from band, nothing wrong with band.
No, I got a lot of friends in band.
To football.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's totally different.
And so, for me, I was on cloud 9 because I was like, oh my God, like, all these people. Like, I got associated with us losing to Roosevelt. Don't ask, but I
this year?
This past... It was a conversation, but... I was just like, oh shit, I forgot I play football. Like,
yeah, you're part of that group now.
It's just like it was just a transition for me because I was like, I didn't know what to do.
Roosevelt? Who cares about Roosevelt? Honestly,
Roosevelt.
Huh?
When's Roosevelt? I mean,
dude, Roosevelt is not the honestly like. I'm not. Roosevelt was probably more of the school that was more physical style play.
I was about to say a dog.
They were
a dog.
They were the, if you know what I'm talking about right now as the bad boy Pistons back in the 90s.
I understand what you're talking about.
They were like them to us. These guys played very physical and wouldn't play to just win. They'd play to like try and hurt you.
I saw that.
Sometimes, and honestly, sometimes I got away with calls. They got away with calls from over the years that we played them.
No.
And honestly, I have minimal respect for Roosevelt.
Wow.
Minimal.
You heard it here, folks.
I
Cooper Christianson said
I
it
can
himself.
I respect Reagan, and I mean I hate Reagan.
Well, it's okay. Just because they're rich doesn't mean.
No,
that
it's not that. It's just like
They're just good.
they're all right.
They're
I'll
all,
say-
what?
Johnson is way better. I like Johnson way more than Reagan.
I don't. Okay, at this point, I'm putting my ego aside. I'm talking about football talent, bro. Reagan's like at least up there.
They couldn't make it. They haven't made it past the first round in a while in football.
Okay.
Now I'll say this: they made it to state champs in baseball. Baseball team is amazing.
I don't know about baseball.
I
don't
give-
pay attention.
I give credit to where credit's due. The baseball team is great at Reagan. They have something special going on right there.
You know what?
And
No.
the baseball team at Johnson. Don't forget about the baseball team at Johnson. And Churchill, honestly, they could be they're up there. They have something special that is brewing right now. They just need another year. They have a great first year coach and coach what I forgot.
I know.
What's their he was the DB coach. for
Coach
us.
Dom teaches softball.
Not Dom.
Alfieri.
Yes, he's the head baseball coach.
Oh, show my guy.
They have a great first year head coach in baseball, and they made it to the playoffs. And they made a very entertaining playoffs for us while we were in it. So I think they just needed that year to get on their feet and understand where they are. And next year they can probably make it a lot farther. Just like football this year. We set them up for great success, and we set them up for a goal. And guess what? I think they can overpass that goal.
Oh,
I bet they can make it into the second round this coming season. I'm not saying it's for sure, but they could most likely do it. They have a great offense. I mean, Hunter is really good quarterback, and he's there for another 2 years. He's going into his junior year. Hunter's a sophomore, dude.
Oh,
He's going into his junior year, and then he's got a senior. And then this freshman team, from what I've seen, they're also a really good team. So the players who are coming up to going on to JV and maybe even some going to varsity, they can really bolster this roster, and they could help them go very far, along with the pieces that they have right now.
Yep.
And I feel like there's a great leadership aspect that's going to be in that locker room this coming season.
Dude, when you were talking about sports analytics, I could just picture you right now. I'm not like no bullshit. I'm not trying to like.
All right, test me.
Like I'm not. No, I'm not testing you. Okay, out of all the 4 years of football, freshman through senior, what have been of each year? So freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. What has been your favorite memories?
One of my favorites was junior year. Last year, playing against Lee, I was on the JV team.
You got called up?
Well, I was on the varsity squad, but I was a part of that group of kids who just didn't really play on the varsity team. And
Hell yeah, represent.
yeah, man,
baby.
represent.
Hell yeah, talk to me.
We played Lee, probably one of my favorite game playing against them. I played mainly as a linebacker, but I mean, we kicked their ass.
Well,
and even though it doesn't matter, it was still a fun game because I mean, I was moved around the board so much. I was at linebacker, I got put in at defensive edge. I got put on as a outside linebacker. I honestly got a couple sacks, got a strip sack, recovered the fumble as well. But in high school football, I could have picked it up, but in high school football, you're not allowed to pick up a fumble.
What?
Nope.
Why?
I think it's a safety issue. You're not, I don't know if, honestly, I heard it from someone that you're not allowed to pick up the football and run with it.
That's what Cooper Coons did.
Did he?
No, he picked it off. Sorry.
You can pick it off and you can run it back, but
That's
I don't think you
stupid.
can pick up the fumble and run it back. You can recover it, but you can't pick it up.
Not the point.
I think it's just a safety issue for all the kids.
Go on.
But I would say that's one of my favorite memories. This past year, got my first start on varsity against Roosevelt. Honestly, wasn't my best game. I would consider Clark to be my best game. Playing against Clark and getting to start. Because during that period, I think I played from Roosevelt, or at least was considered on the starting, or I won't say I was full-time starter, but I took majority of the snaps. From Roosevelt to Reagan, I was considered the guy to take majority snaps at tight end. Because Sam was hurt. Sam was a great tight end this year. I think he could be a great tight end next year, or he could be a great linebacker. But going back to this year at Clark, that was one of my best games. And the thing that makes it one of my best games is because I was sick. I was really sick. I was sick.
All I remember.
It was like
oh yeah, you
as
ate
an example,
some weird shit, dude.
I ate.
Don't say the flu game. If you say the flu game, I swear to God,
It was the
that's
food
no
poison. It was
correlation.
the food poisoning game. Okay.
I was about to say it.
That's because
so
I was sick the entire week because I ate some really bad Chinese food the Sunday before that game, and I mean I was throwing up.
I remember that on the bus
all day. Like I was throwing up all week, and Monday I was throwing up all day. And then come Thursday, Gucci Bowl day, I thought I was in it. I couldn't eat. I did not eat the pregame meal.
Which is not even a pregame meal.
It wasn't a pregame meal, but it gave us something to like just hold us over for a couple. I couldn't eat that. I was like, coaches, I don't know if I can do this. If I do, just use me as it don't. Honestly, I don't know. But they threw me in, and I tried my best. And honestly, it didn't bother me till the last drive. Last drive of the game, when Isaiah made that insane run where he went in, cut it back, and go around the other side to get into the end zone. And there's a clip that the news caught of me going to celebrate with him. And
you missed it.
What?
Did you miss the celebration?
No, I didn't miss the celebration. I go up, and no offense to Isaiah, I love Isaiah, and I knew he did not mean this in any mean way or possible. I know he was celebrating. I go up, and somehow, I don't know if it was his shoulder or it was his head, I think he was trying to headbutt me. He headbutts me into my chest, and I go flying back, and I fall on my ass. And there's I don't know who, it's on the news. I have it on my phone. Somebody at home, one of our family friends, got it and filmed it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it's out there. I don't know. It's out there. But that was probably one of my best games because I think I put everything I had into that game.
I remember because you were crying.
It's not a shot about crying.
No.
It's a very emotional game because
it was your senior year. You got it back.
It's a winning culture.
Yep.
And I mean, there's so much because like I think that's the only game we won with me being out there on the field as a majority snapper because Sam came back and we were able to scrape off and get into playoffs.
Hell yeah, and then
lost
playoffs, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
So much glory short-lived.
What is one lesson you learned from football?
One lesson I learned is that without camaraderie or having good dynamics within the team, then you're not a team. Honestly, if you can't get along with if you can't get along with more than 5 players on the team,
you're fucked.
You're screwed as a football team. Because honestly, you have to build each other up. Even if you don't talk to that person that much, you still build them up. Because guess what? Everybody on that team brings something different to the team. Okay? And honestly, it's an every week competition. Anybody can take anyone's job. Don't think that your job is secure because you started 5 games out of the year. Somebody can always take that job in that 6th week.
Yep.
And no shade to anybody, but it can happen. No shade. All right? I'm not throwing anything at anybody, but it can happen. So don't, for the people who are going into their, I don't know, their senior, junior, sophomore year of football, don't think that your job is safe. It can be taken by anybody. So you go out there and you compete 100% in practice and show that why you should be the starter. Because somebody else is going to be competing and showing why they should be the starter.
True.
So you need to go head-to-head with them and make sure the coaches look at you more than your competitor.
True.
But also after that, leave all the beef on the field. Don't bring it into the locker room.
That's annoying. It's petty. Sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds personal, but I'm not going to get into it.
Because if you bring it into the locker room, then it's just going to carry over to other people.
And it's annoying.
It's annoying. And honestly, you just leave it out there. Honestly, because if you're out the field and you're focusing on that, then that's the wrong thing you should be focusing on.
True.
You should be focusing off the field about how to make yourself better as a person,
True,
as a student, and as an athlete. On the field, you just focus on how you make yourself better as an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So leave everything that you're angry about on the field and in your play. You don't play with a clouded anger, but play angry. Okay?
Understand. Yes, sir, coach. Yes, sir. What was your favorite play to run in high school? It's acting like we just graduated 3 months ago.
Man, I can't remember any plays. Are you kidding me? I have 4 concussions.
Yeah, what's up with you and concussions?
So let's see. First one.
Just get a stronger head.
Honestly, yeah. Just honestly,
not that hard.
I need to up my game with not getting hit in the head so much. First one was 8th grade year. Last game, Eisenhower.
Hell yeah, that's
Heck
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
We
Generals,
still won that.
baby.
We still won that game.
I was even in football in middle school, so I can't really say much.
So actually, and it was the first play of the game. I was starting middle back, and I was on the B team. No shade to the B team. B team was honestly more fun games than the A team. In my opinion, I never had the chance of playing on A team though. So,
anyway,
so 8th grade year, Eisenhower. I'm on middle back. I blitz the gap. The quarterback gets away, so I'm chasing him down, and he's.
Hell yeah, good job, Vigil. It's gotta be Ryan or some shit.
I don't know he was definitely Vigil wasn't. I don't think Vigil was the B team quarterback. I don't know. It wasn't.
Oh, it was B team.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said A team. Whoops, my fault. I don't know. Anyways, continue.
Chasing him down. The guy decides to step out of bounds after I don't know. I think he was still short of the first down mark, and then I see my own teammate running down. So I decided to. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try and avoid him. So I slide. Don't know why. He dips his shoulder into my head. Have no idea why.
You know who this guy was?
I remember him. I'm not gonna say any names.
Say the name.
No.
I want to say good job. Hey, whoever did that, you did a great job.
I'm not throwing any shade at him.
Was it on
at all.
purpose?
I want to say it was an accident. I have no idea.
Does he not like you?
I don't know how he feels about me, honestly. He
Did he
could
go to
like me.
Churchill?
He went to Churchill, but he left. He could have his own opinion about me.
I know who it is.
Really, who?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Whoa. Continue.
He could have his own opinion about me. But I have no hate towards him. In my mind, I think I'm hoping it was an accident. But he dips his shoulder into me, and I'm out for the game. I want to say freshman year, second one. We're playing Alamo Heights.
Yikes.
Was on B team again.
Hell yeah.
Linebacker,
Way to go, buddy.
Linebacker again.
Way to go.
And I tackle the guy this time.
Oh, good job.
But what happened was I tackle him, and then everybody else piles on.
Dog pile.
And I'm on the bottom of it.
That's why I don't like dog piles.
So,
It's scary.
and how it happened was my head hit the turf at the same time the dog pile. So it just squished. It squished right here.
Understand.
I mean, it just squished my head.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I still played. I played till
Way
the
to-
end of the third quarter.
Way to fight through it, pal.
Way to fight through it. Yeah.
Way
pals.
to go.
Yeah. I played till the third quarter, and I think I actually had a pretty good game that game. But I mean, everybody did their part, and honestly, it was a really good game. But once that third quarter came around, I couldn't stand straight. I was honestly, it was hot. It was a hot game.
Oh, it wasn't a night game?
It was not a night game.
Oh,
it
that's tough.
was
Oy.
for some reason an early. I think A team didn't play because the team that we played that week didn't have a B team, so we ended up playing Amo Heights because we needed a record and we needed a team to play.
Yep.
So we played them, and then third concussion happened against.
See, it's that bad. He doesn't even know.
I want to say it was Madison it was Madison. Again, was it junior? It was junior year.
That bad. He doesn't even know.
It was sophomore year. Didn't really even play. I'll say that.
Yikes.
Sophomore year didn't play because I was on the backup. I was the backup for JV, and almost nobody. If you're a backup on JV and you have players on varsity playing in the JV games, you never play. So you come out there fighting, hoping to get a chance to play in that game. Junior year against Madison, linebacker, going up against the running back, and we both collide head first, head the crown of the helmet. Both of us out of the game, and I think it was the third quarter.
It's that bad. He doesn't remember.
It was third quarter, and we were both out of the game. I had to get carted off to the locker room. Then this year.
Oh yeah, this year was freaking.
This year, I think, honestly, I don't know if it was I think I was just dazed a bit. I don't know if it was
Mild
true.
concussion.
It was probably the most mild concussion I've had out of the 4 that I've had. It was during practice, and the guy got the better of me. He was able to get lower than I did. I wasn't prepared, and he just came up, and I was out.
Was it like Big Cat?
I wouldn't say it wasn't Big Cat. It was honestly lineman training when tight ends were over there and we were working out with y'all. And it was like a guy coming up acting like a
DN.
DN or
Dang it, I wish that
nose
was
tackle.
me. Sorry.
DNs are fun. Being a DN is fun. And he just gets the better of me, and I miss the Stevens and Buddha Hayes game. I wish I would have made the Stevens game. I think I would have been able to play in the Stevens game, maybe, but I missed the Stevens and Buddha Hayes game. I was okay missing Buddha Hayes game. Buddha Hayes. Now I found out Buddha Hayes is coming to Comalander this year.
For who?
To play Churchill. Past 2 seasons we've had to drive out to Buddha Hayes.
That was an interesting car ride. It was hot. It was disgusting.
It was I hated that game. I hated both games because we had to drive out so far, and then it's so late driving back, and it's a Thursday game. Both games were a Thursday game, and we had school the next day.
Don't act like you had your schoolwork. Don't act like you had schoolwork that senior year.
I did not take junior year seriously, so I'd take majority of my AP classes this senior year.
Oh, well, that's not my fault then.
Yeah, that was my decision. But yeah,
Yikes.
all that. But going back to my favorite play,
you gotta be like one. You're like, oh yeah, I got.
I don't know.
Of a gun.
What was it?
Something.
Hog or taco? Or
Okay.
it's that's a formation.
That is a formation.
Hog was
That's when
an
that's
extra.
it,
That
an
hog
extra
was
line.
an extra lineman.
That was
but
easy. You just had a down block.
That's the only ones I can remember. Honestly,
I forgot.
it's not like I ever got the ball. Anyways, never got the ball. Never touched it. They always, whenever they had the tight end running it, they put in Sam.
I don't know what you want me to say to that.
Hmm?
I don't know what you want me to say to that.
I don't know either. Next question.
Next question. Let's see. I mean, what was your favorite, like not football, just a high school memory? Like you've been there for 4 years, bro. There's gotta be something like you remembered that was like your first kiss or something. Or wait, you haven't had a first kiss yet?
I'm not getting into that, but I have. Yes, I've had my first kiss.
Way
yes.
to go. But you know what I mean? Like something memorable. Like you think of high school, like damn, I remember that moment. That shit was funny, or like that was cool. I didn't mean to throw the shade on you. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good. There's no shade thrown.
Oh.
I wouldn't say I really had a favorite memory in high school itself. I may have had a memory outside of high school. I'd say probably one of the most fun I've ever had was me and two of my really good friends went up to Kentucky for about 2 weeks.
That's dope.
We were invited to go up here to learn how to be. It's called YBL, Youth Becoming Leaders.
Cool.
And it was to become a youth Christ leader in our community.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's throughout the entire nation. And we met so many cool people up there. And honestly, it was fun. It was our first taste of what it's going to be like on our own.
Yeah.
And I mean, we stayed on a college campus, Asbury University. Very beautiful campus, actually. It's
Which
a very
one? Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like
No, not Kentucky University. The campus we stayed on was this place
pretty.
called Asbury University.
Okay.
It's a very small campus though.
Yeah.
But honestly, beautiful campus. Right next to, I don't know what river ran through Kentucky, but honestly, we went canoeing on that a couple times. It was very, very nice,
Sounds
very
fun.
beautiful. But yeah, it was fun, really fun. And then last year we went on a mission trip to New Mexico with my church, and those two friends were there, and then more of my friends went on that trip.
Nice.
And it was really fun for that one as well. Sadly, I will not be able to go on the mission trip this year with my church because I missed the sign-up date.
Where would y'all be going?
I think we're going to. They would be going to Tulsa.
Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm. Don't know why. But they leave the 9th. So, yeah.
July or June or August?
This July.
So in 4 days.
About 4 days.
You could try to sneak on.
I don't think I can. And honestly, no shade at the church. The price to pay to get on there, not
How
worth
much
it.
we're looking at?
500.
For how many days?
9th through the 16th.
That's a what? Food paid for?
Yeah. I'd say, honestly, I would be going. I would pay the price. I would. I've paid the price
That's
for
a
the
week.
past 3
If it's 3 days. Then
for the
that's
past
weird.
3 days.
If it was 3 days.
If it was
then
3 days, and then yeah,
that'd
but
be weird.
for the past 3 months, I've paid the price to go on there. I just missed the mark to make it. And honestly, what I made from T-Bar M would have gone into that, but since I missed the mark, I couldn't do it. And honestly, I'd much. I love mission trip, but I think it's better if I just stay here because the day they get back is the day I have to head up to Tech for my orientation.
Oh yeah, no, don't even bother.
Yeah.
You're gonna be tired. As
I would be
shit.
tired. I mean, it could have maybe worked. Honestly, I could have met my parents up in Tulsa, and we just drove down to Tech, Lubbock. The next day, we would drive down to Lubbock on the 16th. Stay there for about 2 days. Up there for 18th through 19th. Drive back on the 20th. Wouldn't mind it, but I missed my mark.
That's okay. So on that topic of church retreats, so explain to me, how long you been going to church retreats for?
Church retreats themselves, the church that I'm with, I've been a part of. I've been connected with since going into 8th grade year, maybe 7th grade year. Built some of the best relationships I could. Honestly, the tightest knit group of people I've been a part of, honestly, and we're all spread out through various high schools throughout the city.
Mm.
And honestly, really great group of friends. How many I've been on? Mission trips with them, I've been to on 3. 2 of them to New Mexico, 1 to Uvalde. I've been on retreats with them. About 4 retreats.
So what's the difference between a mission trip? I think I know the difference, but I want clarification. Mission trip and retreats.
Retreats is mainly more relaxation. It's just something fun to do with the church.
Understand.
And then mission trips is, well, it's basically community service throughout the city that you go to.
Cool.
And it's usually a city that really does need the help. That needs it, like they need that service. Last year, we actually weren't originally supposed to go to New Mexico again. We were supposed to go to Kansas City, Missouri.
What happened?
The organization that we were going to be partnering up with, because usually we partner up with an organization to get us there to mainly house us.
Mm.
For some reason, it didn't work out.
Oh.
And last year we went to New Mexico, Las Cruces, great town, wonderful people, honestly super tight-knit community. We stayed on the campus of New Mexico State.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, beautiful campus. Great, honestly, really. I mean, the dorms, of course, were a little bit dated, but not bad. Honestly, and I would say that's probably the most fun I've had on a mission trip was last year.
Why?
We got really tight. We got really tight together as a group. I had a great I had a great friendship with a lot of we were juniors going into our seniors.
Yeah.
I had a great friendship with most of the seniors going into their freshman year of college.
I understand.
But I also had a great friendship and relationship with the people in my grade. So, yeah. But that's the reason why. And honestly, it was good work. It was really fulfilling.
So is it like our mission trips like camp almost? Not like camp. Not like camp, but
It's
like camp.
What do you mean by that?
Like summer camp, like this shit. Like you would go away, you would have like what's the word? Barracks and stuff, and like you'd be like, oh, someone kissed someone, and this and that. It's just we all community service and done.
It's community service, and it's not like we stay in barracks. The first time we went to New Mexico, we actually stayed in Airbnbs.
What?
Yeah.
Well, there's a nice Airbnb.
Oh, these were nice Airbnbs.
Nice ones. How many people to an Airbnb?
I'd say maybe about 10 people.
How many rooms? At least it'll be like 4 or 5.
At least 4 or 5 rooms.
Called it.
But these were nice, and it's not like camp. You do stuff throughout the city, but it's not like you're just doing work. Like one of the nights, we would drive out. It's maybe an hour away to this national park called White Sands.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like what you'd think. It's just white sands, and they say it's because of it used to be a bomb testing site. So and I mean the sand is like platinum white, like it's
white.
It's white.
White, like your shirt.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like, and you have to know where you are there. Like you have to make sure you know where the trail is, because everything looks the same.
Oh.
You could get lost out there
any second.
And honestly, if you get lost out there, you're dead. You're basically dead, because it's very dry and arid out there.
No cell service.
No cell service.
Yikes! You're done.
And then on the last day, we don't do any community service work, and we go to this water park out there.
Hell yeah!
And if you're driving, it's off the highway getting into town. If you're looking at it from the highway, you honestly don't think it's much. You maybe think it's like 3 big water slides and that's it. But when you get in there, oh my gosh, it's a whole different thing.
Really?
Yes, it's so much more.
Tell me about it.
So you got a lot of different slides. You got like single person slides. You got the slides where it's like the funnel. You got a huge lazy river. You got what else do you have? What else do you have? Got a lot of basketball courts, tennis courts there.
Was it busy?
Oh yeah, It's one of the main attractions there. It's the closest thing to like Six Flags and SeaWorld out there.
Oh.
The place where I'm going to is like, the place where we went to is the town that we went to do service work at is maybe like 30 minutes from El Paso.
Oh, so it's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
It's basically in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I see.
But that's the closest thing. And then also, one of the nights in the middle of the week, we hold a block party at the church that we're working with. And we grill, we
Hell
have
yeah.
festivities there, and stuff like that. We've had a couple mariachis out there. We've had dancing, lots of stuff. And it's for the community. Like, it's our way of saying thanks for your hospitality.
Yeah, of course.
So.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fun. So you said you've been on 3.
3 mission trips. Yes.
And then what are retreats?
Winter retreats, yes.
What are retreats?
What are winter retreats? So
Are they all just winter, or are there summer retreats as well?
there's not really any summer retreats.
So
It's
just winter.
winter retreats because mission trips are taken during the summer.
Okay, so what's the difference? So what's winter retreats?
Winter
now?
retreats, we usually do it on MLK weekend. So,
Okay, yeah, I got it.
and we go to this place called Camp Zephyr. I want to say it's down near Corpus.
Okay.
So, and we're down there for the weekend. And it's a fun place, honestly. It is a great place to be, especially if you're with the right group of people.
I understand.
I mean, there's hiking trails, there's fishing, lots of stuff.
Oh, you can do whatever.
You could do whatever, honestly. And great food. Really good. Actually, pretty good food. And it's basically just giving you more of a secluded place to have fun and fellowship. So, yeah. Hold on. I just got it.
Oh,
Hold on.
businessman.
I don't know what that's about. Nothing important.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to take up your time. Those sound like it's fun.
It is fun. And I could go back, but I would be going as a counselor.
Would you be getting paid or as a volunteer?
It's volunteer.
No, that's not the move. It's not the move. It's not.
But
the
it's
move.
fun. It is fun.
I bet it sounds like it's fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dang, you read me all my questions already.
Oh, yeah?
You spoke through it.
All right. Let me ask you this.
Oh wow. This is the third
Okay.
time something happened to me.
Who do you think is going to be better this season?
Oh my gosh, we're talking about sports now. Okay, let's do it.
Victor Wembanyama
Oh my god.
or Scoot Henderson? I've been thinking about this a lot. And
I'm not gonna lie to you, Cooper. I just been like looking at sports, but like I really just don't care for it as much as anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's weird. I would be like, oh, well yeah, that's cool. All right, and go on with my day. But this Wembanyama, bro, you ain't gonna find that anywhere.
yeah, and also, yeah, that's exactly what I think. He's going to be the better. But you know what's making me super angry? People are talking about Scoot so much more than Wembanyama because they don't want to give him the hype. They want to give Henderson all the hype. And you know what? I honestly don't see him as the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. I honestly think that Wembanyama is going to be Rookie of the Year. But who I think is going to make him run for his money is Emoni Bates. Emoni Bates went second round to the Cavs.
Did he play for Memphis? No, yeah, he did.
He played for Memphis, and then he
Eastern
transferred to Eastern Michigan.
How do I know? What the? Sorry.
He was one of the most top, highly recruited high school
high schoolers.
athletes
Yeah,
to
for
come
Why the fuck
out of
did I
high
know
school.
that?
And
That's
honestly,
stupid.
on a stacked Cavs team, he adds so much depth. But still, I think Wembanyama, and also what's more talked about? Scoot bringing championship culture to
the Blazers.
the Blazers? No. Scoot's going to be there. Scoot's going to be what Damian Lillard has been to them. He's going to be the face of the franchise, and he's going to bring them to the playoffs, but he's never going to get over that hump to get into the finals.
Uh-huh.
That's why Dame's leaving. Dame didn't want a rookie. Dame wanted another veteran player that could help him with that. And now that they've let him know that Scoot's staying, he's wanting to leave. And there's more talk of Wembanyama bringing championship culture to the Spurs. Spurs are probably the most well-rounded organizations.
Is that because you live in San Antonio?
No, it's honestly said by so many people. This is unbiased. My unbiased opinion.
Well, it looks like it's very biased.
It
just looks
with
like
how
it.
I
'Cause, like,
coming from how I want to be an analyst and a sports reporter, unbiased. San Antonio is probably one of the best, well-rounded organizations to ever be a part of.
Okay, that sounds better. Because at first it sounded like they
have more of a team organization. It's not a star. You don't come here to be your one-man show. And lots of players have come into San Antonio and have thought they could be like that, and they don't.
Name 3.
DeJounte Murray.
First of all, he was drafted.
He was drafted, but he definitely thought he was the star of the show. He thinks he should have been treated more respectfully at the Spurs.
Well, he did good with Orlando.
Kawhi Leonard.
What?
Yeah.
Kawhi played with all the... Okay. Name one more.
Danny Green. Danny Green wanted a bigger role on the Spurs, but he was playing on a team that had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili, along with Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, that shit is like...
So, and
how long
honestly,
ago?
with how Wembanyama has come into this place I think he came in at a perfect time. $500 million training facility being built at La Cantera for the Spurs.
How do you know this, bro?
Because I'm him.
Relax.
Okay.
He's okay.
Mentors. Some of the best mentors you could have in basketball. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Sean Elliott. And
for the position, Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Okay, but like, here's the thing: you come as a point guard. Well, actually, they know a lot more than I do. I can't say anything. Continue.
With how he's playing, Wembanyama's the size of basically he's a skinny center, but he's playing like a power forward or
Almost
a shooting guard.
like a point guard almost.
He has probably some of the best handles for a big man right now.
True.
But with having those mentors and also having arguably, but in my opinion,
Whoa.
the greatest basketball coach of all time,
Whoa.
Popovich.
But it's old fashioned. But I did not say I don't know basketball coaches like that. Continue.
And with him also being there, now it has been known that Pop has changed young athletes' style of play to fit his coaching style. He's already come out. I don't know if he's going to hold it to it, that he wants Wembanyama to be the first Wembanyama, not the next Tim Duncan or David Robinson. He wants him to be the first Victor.
I understand.
So that's why. And also, Spurs are set up really good for the next couple of years. Tons of first-round draft picks. Probably the best cap space in the league. And they have enough money to sign a supermax deal for a veteran player. So I think they have probably the best. And they have a lot of leverage.
This is really biased.
This isn't this is the facts. If you look at it on paper, this is the facts that they have. And you know what?
What?
In my mind, who I think they would sign when he becomes a free agent and will make a heavy push. No.
I'm kidding. Well, he does like Pop. Wait.
He does. LeBron James does love Pop. Them two do have a strong relationship, but I don't think he will come to the Spurs. The only way he comes to the Spurs if it's this.
What? Who would they sign?
Luka Doncic. I've been saying this to everybody. I think they sign Luka Doncic.
He's already a free agent. No, next year.
He's on the Mavs.
I know, but
number 77.
I know Luka. I didn't know when he's a free agent.
When he becomes a free agent, I think they sign him. Luka, I don't know if it's true or not, has already said he doesn't like the organization that much anymore. He wants to leave. I don't know if that's true. I'm looking at it as a fan and as unbiased. He could come to the Spurs. And they'd be set up great for the future. I think Popovich should retire when I think he should at least have a year with Luka and then retire. And then bring in a new coach. And the coaching carousel from Popovich I know the former head coach of the Bucks won a championship.
Mike, whatever his name is.
Mike Budenholzer, I don't know his name.
Yeah, me either. But I know what you're talking
He
about.
won a championship.
True.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr is still a coach for the Warriors.
Yeah, but he was an assistant for the Spurs. Steve Kerr played on the Spurs. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. Well,
And he played on the Bulls, but he played on the Spurs. So he was an assistant coach for them. And he goes on to win 4 chips with Stephen Curry. And then
and Klay Thompson.
a lot of other coaches who have been able to bring their franchise out of a hole. So, once he leaves, I bet all those coaches would be scrambling to go become the head coach of the Spurs.
Well, duh. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Money opportunity.
With money and arguably the next greatest generational talent. Since LeBron James.
Wow.
Yes. Since LeBron James.
Wow.
Name a guy between Victor Wembanyama and LeBron James with this much hype.
Zion Williamson.
He didn't have as much hype as Wembanyama has.
Oh, I don't pay attention to hype, but you make a good argument there.
So, yeah. And the only way LeBron James comes to the Spurs is if the Spurs draft Bronny.
Imagine.
Honestly, it's possible. If they do good this season and get a light draft pick, Bronny is looked as to going into between the 10s and 20s picks. He's not looked as a top 5 or top 10 pick.
That's enough fantasizing for today.
Yeah, that is enough.
But one more question, then I'll let you go because you've been here for like an hour. If your life right now is a book, what would the title be? God, I'm thinking. Bingo. Sold it. Got him.
I don't know, honestly.
Think. You got it. You can't just.
Is this a question you've asked almost everybody else?
It's gonna be a tradition.
It's gonna be a tradition.
This is my tradition from now on.
If anybody's watching this and is gonna come on the show, make sure you come ready for this because I didn't.
That's the whole point.
I would say right now, if my life was a book,
what would the title be? Go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, he's fumbling.
I can't think of it. I'm trying to think of something like not cringy or something like that.
What? Who said it's gonna be cringy? It's your book.
Okay. It's a new beginning.
You said that was cringy.
I'd say
that's
it's
a good
the
one.
least one that I can say.
It's a new beginning.
The reason why
I was about to ask.
I honestly think I have the most potential out of my family to do something great.
Big shot.
Something
Like Kendrick.
because one of my cousins is working for Warner Brothers. She's won awards for what she's done with Warner Brothers. Herself. She's won them. I think there's a hair.
Sorry.
There's multiple hairs. My sister is going to be a teacher. And then my other cousin is studying to be an interior designer.
That sounds cool, though.
Uncle's a CFO of a major company. Mom's a librarian. My aunt was a teacher and librarian. My dad's resource manager. He's one of the longest tenured high-end employees at his company that he works with. Grandfather is a long-time banker. Other grandfather was a chaplain in the military. But I think with what I want to be, in being such as either a coach, and
Hell
and
yeah.
the limit for being a coach isn't. It starts at high school. Honestly, if I want to be a coach, it starts at high school, and then I want to end my career being in the NFL.
I don't blame you.
I want to have a long time in the college area, and then I want to go to the NFL. But that's the goal that's my goal for myself. If I don't, then I want to go straight into sports analytics and sports media, straight into it. I want to go work for ESPN, do all that stuff, and end up being one of the best out there to do it. Like right now,
Talk Cooper.
Right now, who would you think is the best sports analyst, sports media influencer out there right now?
Dude, I don't listen to that stuff, but I don't know. I really don't.
I consider it Stephen A. Smith.
Well, yeah, you always think of Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith or
Max Greenberg. Shout out my guy.
Stephen A. Smith or Ernie Johnson.
I love Ernie.
Probably one of the best sports personalities out there.
I love Ernie so much.
Ernie is
He's so cool.
Such
Charles Barkley.
great dude. Inspiration to so many people. So, but I want to be like in that conversation. I want people to be like Stephen Smith, Ernie Johnson,
Cooper Christianson.
I want to be in
yeah.
that conversation. So yeah.
I like that explanation.
So it's a new beginning. It is truly a new beginning.
I fuck with that. Heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wrap it up here.
All right.
On a good note.
On a great note. A very
confident note.
A very confident note.
Everyone at home, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. I'm happy he got on here today.
Finally.
Took him a while.
Took a long time.
You know, we've all been busy. It's high school and we're done, and college and
going our separate ways.
It's life. It's a new beginning.
And you know what?
Like that was smooth.
I'd come back.
You know what? I would be. So
I would
happy.
come back. Maybe during Christmas time, I would come back to update. We would update each other on what's
I would
going on.
low-key be your. I've had a lot of people.
I want what I want you to try and do.
Oh, okay.
Is get me, Braden, Waz, and Diego on here.
Good luck.
They're coming back.
No. I'm just saying in general. Good luck. Try to get them all to come here together.
Have you not had any of them on the podcast yet?
You're the first out of the group.
Out of the group, really?
Braden has asked me, but I've been busy because I have two
two
jobs.
Try and get him and Waz on here. I don't know if you can get Diego with his schedule. I have no idea when he leaves to go up to Colorado to go play football.
Well, I want to have Braden easily because Braden is literally right here.
Yeah, and well, you can have Waz too. He's only going to A&M.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Waz.
So try and get them on here at least. I want us to. If it's not them, then that's fine. If it's just me, but I would love it if we could all be on this same episode together.
Dude, we don't have enough mics, but I'm round to run it. Like, you don't have to share a mic, but it's possible.
We just pass them around.
There's 5 of us, and I only have 4. But no,
invest.
It costs a lot of money, but I'm down.
Can you not buy like an extension for that? Or no?
Already extension, but don't worry about it. Everyone home, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Y'all have an amazing day. I'm out.
Later.
Deuces.